So now it's recording. So thank you very much, Naim, for your time today. It is pleasure to meet you. Now, we have been working for almost 2 months now, and it has been like quite interesting journey for us because you are quite fresh agency as an agency, and like you really had how can I say like intact operations. And you didn't have like any other agencies before and stuff like that. So it was like super interesting for us to work with you and like put all our experience in your agency. And I would love to hear about you, your company. What have we done by this far, and what is our plans?
Cool. Okay. So yeah, I'm Naim Alvia. I'm the founder of Avalanche. We're a outbound email and LinkedIn agency. We mainly work with larger creative and digital agencies as our kind of ideal clients, but we also have some tech companies and a few other kind of rogue clients as well. Yeah, and like you said, we when we approached Stimuli, we as a business are a very systems driven business, very like hot on having SOPs and documentation and all that sort of stuff. But we hadn't really looked at how much of our own business could be improved by automation or technology or AI, because we were focused on our kind of clients mainly. So yeah, working with Stimuli has been like mind blowing. Like because like I have like a basic understanding of how to automate stuff, but I think what I really like about working with you guys is I say, this is how we do something at the moment using humans. Is it possible to do it with technology? And most of the time, your answer is yeah, we can do that. And I sometimes I'm like, I don't even know how you're going to approach that, but you kind of always find a way. So in terms of what we've done so far, the priorities for us when we got started were kind of improving client experience. So I wanted client dashboards and client reporting, and then improving our own internal operations. So having our own kind of command center to understand how campaigns are performing, to understand where there are potential problems emerging that we need to jump on. So those are the first things you built, and the speed at which you guys work is remarkable. It's actually quite hard to keep up with at times. I think because you work so fast, we work in like weekly sprints. It kind of kicks off with like we're going to go and do this, and then by the end of the week you've done it, and then you're on to the next thing next week, and it's like the business is just leveling up so fast. I was saying this to my team, like if we look back on where we were 2 months ago, we were an agency that was doing everything manually. Now we're like a scalable company, largely driven by technology, and saving hours a day across all of our departments, really, with everything that you've built. And yeah, the future of what we're focused on, we've kind of got this backlog that we've outlined as like these are the things we want you guys to look at. But ultimately, what we're trying to build is a heavily automated outbound agency that we always have complete visibility on everything that's going on and complete control, and clients feel like they've got a real added value kind of level of service because they've got really good campaigns, but they've also got really good kind of real-time reporting. They've got like really seamless onboarding, really good customer service, and that's all as a result of the work you're doing for us.
Oh, thank you very much for that kind of feedback. The thing which we like love to work with you is that you actually have like things which already work and are documented. Because like most of the time, like when you have like conversations with couple of agencies and stuff like that, like they ask you to automate the process which they haven't tested out manually, if it
Mm,
works or doesn't work, and so on. And basically, like they make you create automations which are like destined to fail because like they don't work manually, and like how would they work automatically? And like the
mm,
coolest thing, which from our side, what we have from the feedback we have received from the team, is that you always know what you want, like literally. Like you always know, like 90% of the picture, you know what you want, you describe to it, and it becomes so much easier for us to basically create it.
Yeah, well, I think that's probably encouraged by you never saying no. So instead of me, like at the beginning, I think I was a bit tentative because I was like, I don't know if this is possible, but have a go. But now, like, we're at a point where, like, everything we're working on internally, I'm always thinking, I've got it written in front of me here on a post-it note. It's something that my coach told me to do. So there are 3 steps. When something keeps coming at you or needs doing, you should either ask if you can delete it, just get rid of it. Does it need to be done? If not, can you automate it? And if it can't be automated, who can it be delegated to? So I just have delete, automate, delegate written in front of me. And you are the automate in that sequence. So if it can't be deleted, you are the first port of call for like, could tech do this for us? And yeah, I just think like your experience of obviously having run a outbound agency combined with your like unbelievable ability to leverage technology in a really smart way is just such a shortcut for us because kind of the point I was at with automation, it was so, I mean, your marketing works because I think we connected on LinkedIn and I'd seen your LinkedIn post, but I was looking in like all the Slack groups I'm in, like the Clay Slack group and the Smart Lead one, like looking around for people that offered support with kind of automation builds and stuff like that. And then I just kept seeing your post and I was like, actually, these guys seem to know what they're talking about. I'll have a chat with them. And yeah, I'm really glad I did because I feel like not only are you kind of improving our service and my the ease of running the company, which is kind of, you know, a big thing for me, you're improving the or increasing the value of the business as well. Because the business, like I just for context, as you know, I ran an agency previously, which I've sold, which was very manual. There was no automation, no technology built in, and that sold as an agency. You know, it didn't sell as a tech-enabled agency or a systems-led agency. But when you think about a buyer and what they're looking for, really they just want predictability, and they want systems that work. So if you've got technology doing a huge amount of that and it's documented and it works consistently, the value of the company increases by quite a lot, really. Like, it's a whole other zero potentially on the end of the price tag.
Yeah, that's actually a really good point. And the thing is that like me and Revas were like shifting into automations, we're always talking about the companies, the agencies, and the way to sell them. And like this was like from the beginning, this was our first thought that this would actually like create a literal value which can be sold like and seen easily because it's like tangible.
Mm.
And when you came in and you started like talking about how you want to build an agency, which is easy to sell, I was like, yeah, like, this sounds like perfect opportunity.
It is, man. It is, and also, so I have another post-it note in front of me, and again, it's something that my coach said to me. But he always says this: a business that's ready to be sold is a pleasure to own. And what he's basically saying
Yeah.
is, because he's sold loads of companies, is once you get to that point of it being sellable, you probably won't want to sell it because it's making you money and you're just enjoying running the business with all this freedom and control. Um, so I might not actually sell it, but the fact that we could, in a few years' time and for a very high price tag is absolutely a bonus of working with you.
Yeah, because like most of the time, as I see, like in B2B lead generation agencies, all of the processes are super dependent on like couple of individuals who are in the company. Like if one of them like sneezes, a whole company gets a fever, like literally. Uh, so basically, like when you have this kind of operating system, like
Mm.
where you can, I know it might sound a bit weird, but where it doesn't really need that much of a human touch. It really needs operators who are really good at executing stuff. It gives the like owner of the agency so much confidence in the system itself. Yeah.
Absolutely, man. And it is that it's freedom, and like I think I thought like this to some extent, but I my default now is to think like this from working with you guys. Is like this is the the outcome that we're aiming for with this bit that we're thinking about. How can we do it in a way that makes it non-dependent on me? And that's like I've
Yeah.
literally got a list that's like a long spreadsheet of like every system in the business, like down to the smallest detail. And at the moment, there's a column that says if I'm responsible or not. And over the past few months, I've just moved more and more of those away from me because now someone else in the team understands how that process works, and because it's so tech driven, the input that they need to make it happen is so small because like so much of what you do happens without any input from us. I think one of the most like amazing things you guys have built as well is our email monitoring service, like the way that that just for context, how you flag when an inbox is lowering in deliverability, you rotate it out and
Yeah.
rotate a fresh one in, and you put it on warm up for 2 weeks, and then it automatically comes back in. The amount of time that has saved, and there are so many things you've built for us like that, where I think that could be a SaaS company in itself,
Yeah.
like because that's something that everyone needs, like, and would happily pay a monthly subscription to. But you're just like every single automation you build is, yeah, is a really powerful tool in itself. And I think the other thing, like from my perspective anyway, is like your timing as a business. I know this is meant to be about Avalanche, but your timing as a business is so important at the moment because we are in this world where everyone's thinking how much of this can be done by technology, and obviously AI is getting smarter and smarter every day. So you're kind of helping, I think, to build the agencies of the future, because it used to be to increase bandwidth or to increase scale you add more people. Now I think we think to increase bandwidth or scale, it's more like how can we use technology to support the existing team? We don't need to add more people. We just need to use tech as much as we can. So I think you're so well placed as a business to yeah, to grow.
Thank you very much, Naim. Thank you for all the kind words which you have said. Thank you for this meeting as well. And I don't know, like our team loves working with you. Lasher loves working with you, as well as the rest of us. And like in next couple of months, we'll build some really amazing stuff. So yeah, thank you very much and have an amazing day.
Thanks, mate. Good to see you. Cheers.